Hello, my name is Nick Keathley, and today I have the pleasure of talking to you about a topic that I am very passionate about. Today's topic is world travel. One of the things that makes world traveling so important to me is it's one of the major passions of my family. Not only is it a major passion, but it's something that just everybody can enjoy greatly. Here's a picture of just our whole family, including my whole entire dad's side of the family of us in Costa Rica. We decided to go somewhere different every year, and this year just happened to be Costa Rica for spring break. It also allows us to have more of a restart for our lives. We're so used to the mundane, everyday things around the U.S. and around where we live. But traveling around the world only gives us a whole different perspective of what's going on outside of our lives. With this, world travel can really be beneficial. Like I said, with the restart, you can see many different things, and it just completely wipes your mind clean and gives you a whole fresh start. Many years, we try to go to a national park every summer, or at least somewhere different. And so far, we've gone to almost every national park on the west side of the United States. Those national parks are actually listed above. And also, we've traveled to 10 countries outside of the United States. Many of these, I have learned many things about myself that I did not realize I had capability of doing. But in the long run, it's also really beneficial for a person. During world travel, a lot of the times you can be immersed within a culture. For instance, this last summer, I spent a whole month in Mexico. During this time, Spanish became a whole lot easier. But before the trip, I thought Spanish was the hardest, worst, most impossible thing anybody could do. However, being fully immersed within a culture, you really have to understand what's going on with the language just to be able to speak to people. With this language, like anywhere else we go, my parents forced me to do a language class. For 2.5 weeks, I went to a class with a native Spanish speaker. And considering that we are on an island off the coast of Cozumel, many things are completely different. Everywhere you go, even if it's just Spanish, the culture is so different. Many words might mean different things. So just this little language class for 2.5 weeks helped me drastically be able to understand and communicate with the natives on the island. Also, I became more aware of what was happening around me. The cultural awareness was absolutely amazing. I was the realization of how well our lives are compared to theirs. They actually only make about 80 cents an hour. We make about $8.25. But this is not something to dish on them for. Only living on an island, there's not much you can do in terms of a job. 80 cents an hour for them is actually really good. But it brought a major culture shock to me. Many of these people actually buy breakfast from a man on a bike the day before. For instance, for tomorrow's breakfast, I would have to buy it at 6 o'clock this morning. And if you miss the guy on the bike, then you don't have breakfast for the next day. But it brings many different people close together. And like this, for instance, there's not many places when it comes to making money. The real places only are a really large grocery store that has a magnetic walkway for the carts to get up to the second floor, or people making money in their own personal restaurants or fishing, as well as diving. However, the self-confidence factor that I've gained from traveling around the world has really benefited me. Not only being in Scouts, but also from traveling around the world. Just self-confidence is something that I hold very deeply. My brother here, on the other hand, I don't think he would survive very well outside anywhere because I don't think he realized he's actually not drinking the waterfall. But like I said, I feel like I could survive anywhere in the world just being dropped off or stranded. And then also, it comes when you're traveling around the world, there's many different things such as tourist attractions that you don't find in the United States anywhere. Such as new hobbies that you can end up pursuing. For me, over this course in Mexico, when I left, I was an advanced open water diver. But we dove almost every single day, from wreck dives to night dives to very deep dives to even riding around on underwater scooters. But because of this, it made me wish to pursue a higher achievement of ranking. When I came back, I pursued the rescue diver certification, and after that, gained 5 specialties to achieve Master Scuba Diver, the highest rank of scuba diving that you can get without having a professional job.
And right below, in the bottom picture, the left card is my master scuba diver. All the middle ones are the specialty cards, and the right two are my two previous cards. But because of this, new hobbies isn't just something that I prefer about traveling. With this, I wish to leave you with a quote said by St. Augustine after I talk about this, though. This was something I found very, very interesting. Musa. Musa means museum in Spanish, but it was a very interesting part of what I really enjoyed. We actually dove this 3 times. The creator of it decided to make with pH-safe concrete an underwater museum for people to enjoy diving on, something completely different. In a land or underwater scenario of just straight sand, nothing around, he created this, which is very famous. It's just 50 people all crammed in together. But not only is it just people, there's a VW Bug, a cell phone, an old spinning phone, and many things that you wouldn't even believe possible. But in the long run, St. Augustine said, "The world is a book, and those who do not travel only read a page." With this, he's trying to say, those that don't travel aren't very culturally aware, and also it makes our lives a whole lot more interesting. Thank you.